Hello, Lucas here with Orange Pigs Media. This video blog that I'm putting together today is to show you some of the impact of bringing inbound lead generation into the fold with modernized sales technologies and an integrated sales process. One of the things I think often gets overlooked when it comes to making investments in inbound or really any kind of marketing investment is what do we do with that information? What do we do with that individual once they're in the funnel? Um, with a more modern approach to the sales support technologies, you're actually able to do quite a bit and provide quite a bit of value to your sales teams. So if you're a marketer and you're finding yourself continuously having to justify the expense of marketing, or you're a CEO and you're trying to determine what the best uses of your next investment, this blog should give you some insight as to not only how you can create transparency and make it easier for you to see from a management perspective how to control outcomes, how to see what's really going on, but also make better decisions when it comes to investments. And then, of course, this kind of information does a great job informing marketing. But at the end of the day, it's all about the sale. And so what we're going to do is show you something that I actually went through personally the other day because we had a great lead that came in. Somebody who just downloaded a top of funnel content offer didn't give 100% accurate information, right? They didn't give us the company that they had worked for. They didn't give us a proper website, and their email address was a Gmail address. And so, taking somebody like that and really kind of tracking them down can be a little bit tricky. But because of these tools that we have, I was able to, in a video just like this one, show that person exactly how I got their phone number and how I found them through just a couple of minutes of sleuthing by leveraging these tools. So what you're looking at right now is the inside of HubSpot Sales Pro CRM. And actually, in reality, this is not specific to to the sales platform. This is a contact record, and you'll see the contacts sit outside of marketing, sales, and service. Those are the three platforms that HubSpot currently offers. Contacts, conversations, automations, report, marketplace all exist outside of that because they apply to all of those platforms. Partner is not something you will see unless you're a HubSpot partner. So, at any rate, this is a contact that came to our website recently. Of course, it's me. I'm not going to give away anybody's information. I did this on my cell phone. That I unblocked the IP address blocker. And so basically, if you were to get a lead that came through the inbound funnel, this is what it would look like. This is exactly what your salespeople would see. And so we're just going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of the timeline, and you'll see that this individual found the website through direct traffic. And so what that means is they either dialed the page in manually into their browser, or they may have clicked some sort of offline resource. So we have content offers out there that people will download, and they have links within those content offers. And sometimes when you click on those, it'll end up looking like direct traffic. There's a number of different ways it might end up looking like that. But this individual came to a blog post, um, why lead generation marketing before sales infrastructure is a mistake. So they came in and they viewed this page. And in fact, there's a couple of pages. And so one of the interesting things about this is, your salespeople will be able to see the timeline of events. And this is, of course, a very important part of inbound lead generation because it gives your salespeople insight as to the types of things they care about. Because this individual came in, they saw this, why inbound lead generation before sales infrastructure is a mistake. And then, of course, from there, they landed on a landing page, introductory guide to business growth. And of course, if we can open this up and show you all the properties and the things that we learned from that individual that they put on the form. And then we can also, scroll up and see, more information, such as, what calls to action that they clicked, what led them, what sort of enticed them specifically to take that next step. And then what I really love about it is it shows you all the different, pages that they looked at. And if your salespeople don't necessarily know, the website inside and out, they probably won't, especially if you're putting money into things like blogging, where you're constantly adding to that library of resources. They may not know what this blog is about. They may not know what the importance is of this particular article. So what they can do from this window is they can actually click on any one of these pages and it will take them to that page. So, this one right here, what is inbound marketing? Well, let's take a look at that. Okay. So it appears that this is a blog post. So the timeline brings them to this page, which tells me even though they downloaded the growth guide or the introductory guide to growth planning, their real interests started gravitating towards inbound marketing. All right. Well, that gives us a little bit of insight that we can take to the bank, right? From there, they ended up downloading the guide to getting started with inbound marketing. So obviously, that is something of interest to theirs. It's not just about growing their business; they're looking at different marketing investments. So okay, so let's keep scrolling up. It looks like they were sent an email. It was delivered, but it wasn't opened or clicked. Which we're looking at this, only 20 minutes after it happened. Um, it's possible they just haven't seen it yet. We don't know yet. Maybe not everybody engages on email. Sometimes they're just more active online. So now, if I'm looking over here, let's say I want to call this person, and I don't have a phone number. I don't have a website URL, and they have a Yahoo email address. There's really no way for me with this information to get a phone number. But we do know that they're from California, and that's not something that they told me. It's just something that the software picked up through the IP address. And of course, we know they're in the United States. California's in the United States, unless they were in the Baja area down in Mexico. We know what industry they're in because they told us that information. We know what their persona is. They're a business owner. We use Timothy Owns a lot as the name for our business owner persona. And that's about it. So what I'm going to do from here, if I'm a salesperson, I'm going to go ahead and click on this actions, and I'm going to search in Google. So it's just a one click. It's going to bring me to this page. Okay, so this is just a Google search result. Yeah, well, Lucas Hammond, founder and CEO. That so far matches the profile. I'm going to click on his profile. Sometimes in this particular individual that I'm trying to emulate this process, there were like 50 people with the same name. But what really helped me determine who this individual was where they were located. For them, they were located in Maryland. And there was only one person on that group of 50 that was located in Maryland and had the proper persona type, which for them was a marketing leader. So I'm going, okay, well, this guy, he's in Huntington Beach, founder, CEO. I mean, he's checking all the right boxes here. I'm pretty sure that this is the guy that we're looking for. So just, some very basic prospecting. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. I'm going to find their company. He said in the form that the name of his company was, let's see, what did he say? He said Hammond, which is, of course, his last name. So that doesn't seem right. That is not what I'm seeing here in LinkedIn. This is exactly the same thing that I saw with this particular individual. So that's why I decided to use that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Orange Pigs Media. Let's check again. It's checking all the right boxes. See the information, right? The About Us section. So this About Us section tells us a little bit more about the company, and then we have an email address, or a website. So I'm going to take this information. I'm going to bring it back over into HubSpot, and I'm going to go ahead and change this to say Orange Pigs Media, because now we know that it's not, the company is not called Hammond. And I'm going to add the website URL into the CRM. And so I just want to go back up here to the top. Now I want to call this guy because I want to have a conversation with him as quickly as possible. So far, it's taken me about 2 minutes to go through all of this. I still don't have a phone number in here. I could go to the website and see if I can track one down, or just by putting in the URL. So interesting thing, you see Orange Pigs Media shows up here. And look, we have a phone number. How cool is that? So now all I have to do to call this person is hit the call from browser button. And just like that, through The inbound lead generation, giving me insight to this individual. They gave me insight on their own. Now I can have a conversation with them and talk about. I know that they want to grow their company, because they downloaded that guide to business growth planning, and I also know that they're interested in inbound lead generation. I also know who they are and where they are. It only takes a couple minutes to go through all of this, and now all I have to do is hit call from browser, and we have a connection. So that's it. So that's all I wanted to show you today. Really, show you the power of inbound lead generation and how we combine it, cross it over into sales, and of course using the technology stack to track down and reach out to these folks. And the importance of the speed, and something that you may know by now, is that you are 2,000% more likely to have a meaningful connection with a prospect if you connect with them within 5 minutes of them engaging with your content, whether it's your website, whether it's an email, whether it's something that they're looking at offline. When they're looking at it, they're engaged, and they're going to either call you back right away, or they're going to pick up the phone, and they're not going to brush you off nearly as aggressively as they may have if you called them out of the blue. And so that's why speed is important and automation is important. So if you have any questions, if you would like to learn a little bit more, maybe even see your own personal journey through this process, just hit the button below, or find something that says contact me or assessment or anything along those lines. Be happy to show you. Thank you so much.